Hey guys, tonight is part 2 of our segment 19 Emery's Thunder Run live video. Pretty crazy that we are to segment 19. Peter will start officially running tomorrow for segment 19, and by Friday he will be on the coast of Delaware, which is crazy. And so yeah, we had 2 warriors for segment 19. We had Aiden, who we heard from his mom last night. And then tonight we're going to hear from Axton's mom, Carrie. She's going to join and tell Axton's story. But first, I'm just going to talk real quick. As you probably noticed, Peter is not with us again tonight. He tried really hard, but they don't have good signal at all. They tried to FaceTime me, and it didn't work at all. So Peter did send a really short little video of just a little update, and so we're going to play that in a minute, and then I have a couple other things to talk about, and then we're going to get to Axton's mom. So let's first just play the little update from Peter.
Hey everybody, we just wanted to give you a quick hello video, and Peter is entering his last week of the run, and we're together for that, so I'm very excited.
And we have no internet
again, here.
So.
It's really sad. So we couldn't join the live tonight, but we wanted to say hello to everybody. So
thinking of you guys. Wish I could be on the live tonight. I was sorry that I couldn't be on last night's live either.
And he's tired, and I think I'm going to put him
exhausted.
to bed. So
I feel
thank you for following on, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
So yeah, that was Peter and his wife, Robin. And I think most of you have seen her face before and heard from her. And she's been a great support with the run, with everything. So couldn't have done it without her. And before I forget, if you guys are watching right now, if you could comment where you guys are watching from. And you can be a little more specific. Maybe tell us, are you watching from, your living room? Or are you watching from, outside or your car or wherever you're watching from, or from what state you're in. You can tell us that too. I was going to say real quick, we do have some Thunder Run shirts, Emery's Thunder Run shirts that we still be able to purchase, and we're going to go and put them on sale for $10. And so if you would like a Thunder Run shirt, you can just comment, and I will contact you, or you can go, you probably should just comment, and I will make sure we'll chat, and I'll get one to you. So that'd be the easiest way. So yeah, Thunder Run shirts are on sale. Since this is our last week, it'd be a really great way to support us this last week is if you went ahead and purchased a Thunder Run shirt, like the one I'm wearing, except for it's gonna be gray. I don't have any red ones, but it looks like that. And then it has all the kids' names on the back, which is really cool. The only thing I wanted to mention was this week we had a really cool, unexpected surprise from some really great people at Hanover Architectural Products in Hanover, Wisconsin. They saw our crew member waiting for Peter, and they came out and they were applauding him, and it was just really cool. And then they actually made a really pretty big contribution to the run. So it was really, just unexpected. They don't know us. They didn't know us, but they met Aaron, our crew member, and they met Peter, and they talked, and they heard about why Peter's doing this, running all the way across the country, and they just felt like they had to help and contribute to the cause. So they donated, and it's just awesome. And actually, we have a little video clip of Peter probably explaining that better than I just did. So we'll go ahead and play that.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Pete with a daily spin for you, and a quick story. I'll try to make it quick. You can probably read that sign, Hanover Architectural Products. I'm just outside of Hanover right now, and Aaron, the crew guy for the week, stopped here spontaneously. Looked like a good spot to stop, and he went inside and asked permission to park here, and he told them what we were doing. And the receptionist at the front entranceway called out long story short, the whole team came out, and they came out of their corporate building back there, and there was, Jenna will, I'm sure, make a post of everybody that came out. And I just want to say it was amazing. It was so spontaneous. They did not have to do it, and they were so kind. And the thing that I really, really liked was just to see their smiling faces. What a joyful company, group of people. And Hanover Architectural Products, thank you for your support today and your encouragement. And it'll just be neat to share that with people that are following this journey. There are tons of people across this country that do care and will spontaneously do something sacrificial like they did today. Have a good day.
All right, so yeah, he explained it a little more. And yes, I just realized I said the wrong state. Peter is in Pennsylvania, so Hanover Architectural Products is in Hanover, Pennsylvania, not Wisconsin. Pennsylvania. So yeah, all right. Diana Ray asked what size is available t-shirts. I'm pretty sure for adults we have small, medium, large, and like 1, 2XL. I believe all the extra larges have been sold, but I can double check if that's the size you wanted. But we do have small, medium, large, I think 1, 2XL. And then Michael asked that he's ending in Delaware and he's supposed to originally finish in Avalon, New Jersey. And that's correct. He was going to originally, before we rerouted, before we changed the dates, he was going to end in New Jersey, and then they switched it up. He switched his route up, and he's actually going to end in Cape Henlopen, Delaware. So, all right. I think we are now ready for Axton's sweet mama. She's going to join and tell us Axton's amazing story. So, Carrie.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
Yes, I'm going to try to do this without tears. I
don't
know
no.
that happens.
It's okay. It's hard. It's a hard story. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I practiced all day, and I don't think I got through without tears.
Oh.
I usually can look back at him and kind of pull it together. And I'm not very good at live video, so.
That's okay. No one really is. I just fumbled over. I said the wrong state, and then, yeah. So don't even worry about it. I mean, well, you normally just start out asking our families to just tell their story if you want to just, and you can go in as much or as little detail as you want. If you just want to tell Axton's story.
Okay. He was diagnosed in December of 2018. You would think I'd be really good at this by now. We started. Okay, hold on a second. We started seeing symptoms like early December, and we had taken him to the doctor probably 3 or 4 times. Here, bud. And sorry, he's asking for a drink.
That's okay.
And every time we would get to the doctor, he would be fine. And so we promise we're not crazy. Like, he's got stuff going on. And finally, I guess the Sunday before we went to the ER, he was complaining of his neck hurting, but yet he was running in circles, being the Flash in the living room. So it was really hard to tell like what was going on. He never really said he was hurting. He just kind of would favor different parts of his body. So finally we went to the ER on Monday. We spent 2 days at McLean's where we got the diagnosis, or what they assumed that it was, because he had disease all over his bones, and he had a tumor on his adrenal gland. So they said it's more than likely neuroblastoma. Mm-hmm. We called Cook's and got transferred there. And what a blessing it was to be transferred there, because we got there on the 18th. He had surgery on the 19th. And the surgeon that was there said that he thought he could remove the tumor that day, which is not typically what happens in neuroblastoma. They usually get it done after around 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, we didn't know what a big deal that was, because he was really sick, and we were just thinking, you know, like wanting him to feel better. He did 5 rounds of frontline chemo, but between round 3 and round 4, he did a trial for the MIBG treatment, which is a radioactive, it's like a heat-seeking missile. So neuroblastoma soaks up the MIBG, and there's radiation in there to kill all of his disease and mature it. We are thankful that we got on that trial, because they had done it at Cook's for a long time, but there was like a shortage of the MIBG isotope. So he did that between round 3 and 4, and then we had scans, and he went from a 27 Curie score to a 6, and his bone marrow, which was full at diagnosis, was clear for the first time. And then we proceeded with the 2 transplants, where he got high-dose chemo and then received his own stem cells back. We spent 21 days on the first transplant, and then I think 27 on the second, because he ended up getting a line infection, which is common, not common for me. It's like one of the scariest few days of my life. And then he did 12 rounds of radiation to the abdomen. We got a clear scan right before radiation, which was in like, I think, August. And then we had radiation in October. And then they scanned again before immunotherapy, and that was when they said that he had relapsed or progressed, because he had 3 spots light up, one on his femur, one on his hip, and one on his orbital. So we went a different route than normal standard treatment, and we did chemoimmunotherapy for 10 rounds, and it felt like a lifetime. It's probably the hardest part of treatment, just because he felt so bad, and there were so many things going on, and the medicine and like timing, and it was so fast. We would be home for 14 days, and then we would be back for 7 or 8 days. After that, he did another 12 rounds of radiation to his orbital and to his femur and hip. And currently he is taking Accutane, and we just finished round 3. And we are awaiting scan results on Tuesday. Yeah. So we are praying for clear bone marrow and praying for clear everything. We know his CTs came back and they were clear, so that's a huge praise, because you know, lots of our kiddos relapse in different places, and some of them relapse in the brain. And so that is like my biggest fear, is that he's going to relapse somewhere else that's hard to treat. And so I kind of took a deep breath on Friday when she came and said his CTs were good.
Oh, good.
So that is his story. I don't know what to say about him. He's a special little dude, and one of those kids that he just radiates wherever he goes. And we are so thankful that, you know, by the grace of God, that we're here where we are, and that he's doing so well. He started kindergarten online, and it's amazing to see him learn, to see him interact with kids on Zoom, and just be living life and happy at home. I can't explain that feeling. We don't have to go to the hospital, and it's amazing.
Oh, right? Yeah. Oh, well, I think your guys' story is heartbreaking, but at the same time amazing. And, you know, like, I know a lot of families, you know, you feel a lot of heartbreak and a lot of joy all at the same time. And we are definitely praying that his scan results are all clear, like completely clear. And he just looks so great, you know, and I don't know, I just have a good feeling for you guys, but definitely wait for those results.
Definitely what we have heard a lot. His doctor has said to us on numerous occasions, even when we were in the hospital, like when she first met us, she said, normally when I get kids that are this sick, that have this much disease, they've already lost a bunch of weight and they have dark circles under their eyes. She said, if I was looking at him, I wouldn't think that he had disease all over his body. And
Wow.
in treatment, she said the same thing. He's one of the healthiest patients that we've had, just because he may not like what he has to do, but he usually will do it. And he will definitely do it if you bribe him.
Because he just turned 5, right?
Yes.
Yes, just turned 5. That's what I thought. And well, what is like some of his favorite things? Like, just talk about him like besides cancer, not cancer related.
He loves to play. Like, he will play anytime, any place. He is full of energy. When he was a baby, people would be like, "Oh, he's got a lot of energy," and I would be like, "I know what you're saying. You're saying he's crazy, and he is." But he's also so lovey. Like, such a sweet kid, and just, I mean, he likes to snuggle, and he'll give you the hugs, and he's got the baby blue eyes that he flutters at you whenever you're having a bad day. He likes to catch bugs. That is one of his favorite things to do. And he likes to play games like together with me and my husband and my sister. And we've been letting him play more with other kids, which he hadn't got to do, especially right after COVID kind of hit, because we were just
Right.
and still chemo. And so he has been like living life. He has to go to the grocery store, and for most people that's not a big deal, but this kid lives for the day we go get an HEB order. And he likes to open things. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's groceries or a present for him. He gets excited about things coming to the house. That's pretty much him. He likes Imaginext. He likes opening surprises.
He was a Power Rangers kid there for a while, wasn't he?
Yes, he still watches Power Rangers, not quite as much as he did. Right, he's been into Nerf, so he's been into Power Rangers and then into Nerf and then Imaginext and Transformers. Yes, I love that picture of him with the Power Ranger. That's one of his best. I think that was probably the best day of his life, when the Power Ranger showed up at his party.
It was my birthday.
It was my birthday. And what sweet kids. They were high school kids that I didn't work with. I didn't teach Sam, but he was at the school that I taught at. But most of them were former athletes or students of mine, and like, it's so sweet for them to come out and dress up like that. It was hot too.
Yeah.
They kept their mask on for a long time. I was like, y'all can take those off.
Does Axton have a favorite Power Ranger?
What's your favorite Power Ranger?
Red.
The red one.
Red one. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one too.
So the red Power Ranger and the Hulk.
Oh yeah.
His two favorite characters.
Because yeah, that's what his Facebook page is called, right? Is Hulk Smash Cancer.
Yes, right before we got diagnosed, he was Hulk smashing everything, including his first iPad.
Oh no. That's not a good thing to Hulk smash.
No, and he said, "Mom, Hulk did it." I was like, "Yeah, I know Hulk did it. You were holding him."
Oh man. Have you guys thought about, are you going to get him on any sort of trials to prevent relapse, like the DFMO or anything like that?
We have been talking about DFMO since we got diagnosed, and our hospital doesn't have the trial going, so it's those conversations that we have to have, and it's coming. It's one of the things that we have 3 more rounds of Accutane, and then it's going to be that, where are we at, kind of. And we did 10 rounds of immunotherapy, so I feel like, like I did 10 rounds of immunotherapy. They should hear me out. Because I wanted to stop after 6.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. It's crazy how everybody's story is so different. Every kid is treated so different. And at the same time, they have that same, protocol that they try to do. But, it's kind of like why we love Beat Childhood Cancer, the research group we partnered with for the run. They did the DFMO trial, but then they're also all about just individualizing treatments and not just giving every kid, your basic rounds of chemo and all that, just from the side effects. Does Axton have any side effects from?
Yes, he just got his hearing aids about 2 weeks ago. He doesn't like to wear them quite so much. We're trying to kind of get him into the to doing it. I didn't realize how much he read lips until like I was just practicing putting my hand over my mouth. Or if people have masks on, it's a whole lot harder for him to hear. But you don't think about it because it's just something that you're used to. But so he has that. I think he kind of struggles with some pain, like bone pain or nerve pain, but he will never tell you that he hurts. He just kind of gets up a little slower, or But he's so active that it could be anything. And for my brain, sometimes I go to it could be cancer, and to talk myself off the ledge. I was gonna say whenever you said the DFMO, that is the reason I said yes to doing chemo immunotherapy, because it was the chemo immunotherapy and DFMO trial, but we just didn't get picked for the DFMO arm.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, that was the hook for me when they came in and they said DFMO, and I was like, yes.
A lot of family stuff liked it, just not very many side effects. Like Aiden, the family we had on last night, they've been on it for almost 2 years, and it's just so easy. You don't have to be in the hospital for it. It's so nice. And I've heard that they're going to maybe start trying it with kids, even who are in treatment still, just to see if it helps, on that side of things too. So it's pretty cool stuff. Yes. I don't understand a lot of it. I'm not a scientist, but from what I know, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've tried to read as much as I can, so that when I do go talk, that I can at least be able to have the conversation that I know what's going on, and not just be like, oh, okay, no.
Well, from what I've seen, you're a great advocate for your boy, and I know you're a warrior mama,
I appreciate that.
And I think he's an awesome kid, and you were very brave tonight telling his story, because I know how hard it is to tell their story. So I'm just really thankful that you joined us tonight.
Yes, I'm glad I got to.
It really does help. You might not see it right away, but it really does help show people that Axton's not a statistic. He's a kid. He's who's loved, and so it really does help when families actually join. Because I can tell your story, but it's just not the same. I don't.
You don't try.
Well, telling my own story, sure, but telling everybody else's story, I don't know the details, and exactly the emotion behind it. So it really does mean a lot to me when you guys, when our families have joined and told their stories. So thank you for doing that.
I will jump at any opportunity to tell a story, even if I cry. I'm getting better, but
yeah. No, I think you did great. I think you did really great.
Thank you.
Just hold on a second. I'm just gonna just remind everybody again that this is our last week of the run. So please share tonight's video. Please share our post. If you want to start a Facebook fundraiser or anything like that, it'd be so appreciative. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who is following and commenting and sending love to these families, and for helping us all along these last 18, almost 19 weeks. And this won't be our very, very last video. We will have one next week with Peter, just to go over his last 2 weeks and thank our sponsors and thank our families and all of that. So you will see us one more time next weekend. And then, like I said, we do have t-shirts, and we're putting them on sale. The Thunder Run t-shirts, they're gray, and they'll be $10. And that would be a really great way to help us this week, raise as much as possible in the next week. And then thank you all for being here and joining us. And thank you again, Carrie, for being here.
Yes,
and I hope you guys all have a good night.